Hello HODLers to this new video blog for the Gemfighter development. Here in this video I'm showing you now how I add here the sound, because we have now access to the sound library, to the whole music library of WoW sounds, and it has over 10,000 sound effects and musics. And here you can see the sound. We are adding it here now, for example, to the impact effect here. I'm now in the progress of adding all those sounds to it. Here you can hear one of those sounds. This is how they play. And this is the one we are now adding to the arcane bullet. We have here the sound and we have assigned it here. Where is it? Here. And then I have here a script which assigns a random pitch, so it has some variation. And now let's go to test. And here you can see now what's going on. Now it plays the sound when it impacts. And now I think this is already good. So I have to do then the other sounds. I will do that over the course of the day, but let's show you some stuff about what's going on. I go here to the main menu. Let's save this. This is my test environment. Here when I click play, I can hear now, you can see the menu. I turn it off for now. I think it is too loud. I think it is too loud. Let me check. I have here the audio mixer. It shouldn't be that loud. Yeah, music. It's very loud, but I think it's fine. I just make it lower myself. So what's here is yeah, here I'm already connected, but as usually when you start the game, I can here disconnect, and this is the starting state you see, and you can here click on connect wallet, and you can get this wallet connect pop up. Let me try that now. I go to the wallet, press wallet connect, and then I have to scan the QR code. Press connect, and now I'm connected. And because I'm connected now, you can initialize the whole play to earn environment. And now if I close it and I restart it, you can see that it immediately goes into the it can skip the connection state. So you only need to do the wallet connect once, basically, unless you want to switch to a different wallet. But for example, if you are on a console or if you don't have the wallet at hand, because usually you have your cold wallet, you don't want to cram out your wallet all the time. So in this case, you just only have to do it once, and it will be the connection data will be saved and stored in an encrypted fashion, and you can start playing without having to put out your wallet all the time. In case you want to switch your wallet, you simply have to press the disconnect button. Here you can see the credits. This is the credits to WoW Sounds, which is the library here, which I got access to now. It has a really awesome music for all kind of genres related to game development. and we can use all the music, and we can use it as much of the library as we want. So I'm sure we are going to use probably the whole library sooner or later, so because it's really that good. Here also you have the ability to view your gemstones. You have the gem viewer. It's also integrated into the game itself. Around it. Also, in addition to the there is the web version, but this version also has here the terrain, some procedural terrain, which gives a nice addition to the environment. Let's go back, and I think I would suggest I make a test play now. Since it is initialized already, I can see here the energy. This will be required for future updates. But for now you can hit the play button and it then goes into the game sequence. So here you can see here now that those are the gemstones I have in my wallet. You can see the stats. This one I have here, this is for debugging purposes, you have to ignore this. This is a perfect gemstone, you can see it on the stats. It has excellent cut, flawless, and the biggest size possible. So let's try to play a normal game. I socket here the gemstones here, and now hit play. And now I'm having the level. The level is now going. And you can see here now this is with sound, also the bullets now already have sounds. Since I'm here in the debug mode, you can see it, I'm in the editor for testing. If I don't take damage, I have God mode activated because I need to be able to see how I can, is it even possible to, if it's is it, because often I need to fly through to see if there are some weird things going on. For example, this is an enemy which had some weird physical issues you could saw in the teaser videos, which are in announcement already. And I see I can fly through the world because I don't take damage for now. But in the build version you take damage. And here you can see some other new functionality, so I can test the boss has some deflection now when it spawns, basically, because previously you could damage it during the spawn stage. And the movement and that everything which I saw in the while creating the demo videos, I could fix most of the stuff already. Yeah. So here you can see when the boss is destroyed, you can see this nice animation. Explosion. I also need to add the sounds from that. And yeah, now go to get to the end portal, and from there you go straight to the next level. And of course, since the level has some loading time anyway, you can see here what's going on when it creates the level. Now it is done, but it gives you anyway 1 minute to equip or define if you want to keep your current equipment or if you want to switch, basically. And here you can see the name of the level, so you have some idea what the level will be. In this case it's the cave level. You can see here that when you play this game multiple times, you will also notice that the texturing is always slightly different because there's a big pool of textures which it uses in order to create the world. And it always takes a different combination of the textures. You can see here, let me get hit. There's some. And here the sound effects already. What is also missing here, for example, is that if those shattering particles here, the fragments, that you can also destroy them. Because currently it's, you can see if I destroy this part, I cannot destroy the pieces basically. And this is something which I will implement until the open beta release. You can see here another boss. This one is also something which I fixed, but for now let me kill myself now. I go. You can see here how it works in the editor. I have here full control over all the elements. I can simply go to the player and set this to 0, and I'm dead now. This is what happens when you die. Basically, you get to the end screen, and here you can see that the score basically was now submitted, and on here you can see the new leaderboard. Yeah, you can see I'm at place 1, of course. So this will be, of course, this will get cleared because this is, you know, this is not even legit. So here you can, now I can show you some other stuff. If you go to the, for example, let's go to the test environment, because in the test environment this is where everything happens. When I create stuff, test environment, here you can see the boss, and I have here some funny thing. If I disable this one now, and I have here created something called damage test, like this. And what this does now, if I shoot at it, active. Holy shit, what this is doing. This is new because I've added this one. I had to disable it so it is there. Okay, now it is here. You can see here, for example, if I shoot it basically, if I shoot it, it calculates here the damage per second. That's just one important thing which I need in game development. And according to the DPS, I'm able to see if the ability is either underpowered or totally overpowered. For example, I now working on this thing. You can see, okay, 567 is the damage, which means it seems to be too high. So I think I need to lower it a little bit. This is the lightning spell. I can see now live in action what's going on when I am damaging, when I'm balancing it. For this kind of thing, I think the scaling is too big. The scaling is also too big. That means I will lower the base value. I think lowering the base value is fine. Because last time the lightning damage was too weak. And now I think it's too small. I need 7.5. Let's take 7.5, and on the other hand, the modifier gets a bigger impact. So the gemstone scaling is better, basically. This is good. This is good. But on the other hand, I also need to lower the damage of the object. I think, yeah, the damage increased because I added here the cooldown reduction. And now I go to the object itself, which is spawned. This is the, I call it storm call. And I think I just lower the damage a little bit. Let's just do 0.1. It's this spell can have some DPS because it's not that easy to use. You need to go to close to the enemy, activate it basically, and then you can get the DPS. And I think this DPS is now fine. Yeah, you can really play like, you can do like this. This is totally fine, because I mean, you need to kill, if the enemies are not nearby you, then, and don't forget, this is the perfect camp zone. So I think this is now, this balancing is now a little bit, I reduce it a little bit more. 0.07 is, I think, a fine damage of lightning damage. This is lightning damage, and here we have the impact effect. This is something I need to refactor sooner or later, or I create a generic system which creates the impact effects and also adds the sound effects to it, because there is a generic damage types, and according to the damage type I want to have the specific impact effect, and it should always be the same, because the type should define what kind of ability and what kind of damage it is. And you can see here physical, fire, light, lightning, dark, life. There are here some which are, they are not even gemstones for it: poison, acid, water, ice, earth, divine. And here you have chaos. In the future updates, the game will have resistances. So if you get hit by lightning and you have a high lightning resistance, that means that the damage you get is lowered. And the idea could be that the HODL hands in your wallet will give you resistances. This is one option, or we add a totally new kind of item you can obtain. Maybe it could be an on-chain or off-chain item like energy. We can add that. Then it is bound to your off-chain account. Here you can, we also have chaos damage. This will be usually chaos damage is the damage which is which ignores all resistance. It's just there for, because in fantasy games this is quite common that chaos ignores all the defenses. And you can see here the damage. This is now, you can see here, I can show you, I can theoretically equip, this is one fun thing, I can here go to the, I can equip all abilities which exist in the game. I can equip. I have here the spell slot. I go here to the initial item. This is the debug state, and here I have, I have this ability here. Now I have this attached, and I can activate it. You can see this is the ability from the enemy. This is from the, of course it makes no sense that the player has such thing, but you can see that in this game each ability is bound to a gemstone. This is the teleport ability from you can see I have not this. now I'm invisible. And if I press it again, I'm visible. So even you can see those are those two gemstones. Let me try another one. You can see here the spell light sphere. These are those gemstones here. It's this ability. It creates this sphere, and on impact it falls down and creates this this wall of, and it follows the enemy, and when it gets destroyed, it is affected by gravity and then falls down. You can see. I need it for testing, so it's a nice thing to do. Even I designed the spell. Oh, I assigned now a wrong gemstone. In the this must be this is also for example those are the gemstones you have according to your NFT range. You can see them here, and there are even other ones you can see here. Spell light beam. Attack light beam core. Here is it. Yeah. For example, these are the beams. These are the beams, but they are usually weaker, and it makes no sense for the player to have this ability. I mean, there could be in the future gemstone where you have this. Basically, it creates a beam laser. You can see here, and this enemy is using that. You can see here in the center. You can see the gemstone, and what you can also see are those three turrets, basically where they are emitted from. And you can see here the light beam core is also here. There are 6 of them attached to this, and this is the when it activates the ability where it shoots in on all directions. What in the future is also possible is that those gemstones here, which are attached here, that they are randomized basically. So the boss will have randomized abilities. So this can be so the center one is usually unique, and this will probably not be randomized but can be replaced. And here you can see those spell gemstones, they can actually be randomized, and in such case it even can have abilities from the NFT range. So it just has to be careful to not get to become overpowered immediately. But if we have played if you have finished 5 worlds already during your play run, then I think it's allowed to increase the difficulty range. There is nothing against that, because in the end it's all about scoring as much as possible in order to get to the leader score. And if you're on the leader score, you earn the respective rewards. So what I can also, for the last thing I want to show you is I want to show you a little bit about the ship itself. I'm now in the editor mode. I click on generate and the ship is created. Here when I see the stuff, you can see here other stuff, like here. Let me create this meta object here, like something like this. So this is and what this is, for example, this is cosmetic stuff, basically. Here you can there will then be a library of cosmetic stuff, and those cosmetic stuffs you can obtain, or for example you can win by becoming the first place, or by doing other stuff. For example, promotions, you can have stuff like this. Those are tiny details of the ship itself you can get in the future, and if you look, this looks awesome. And they are all procedurally generated. Those are all procedurally generated elements, and there will be more in the future. So I hope you like it. I have posted the release plan already in the announcement channel. Now it's in the closed alpha testing state, where the team is testing the game, and all the bugs submitted to it, ideally I fix all of those. And next Friday, let me check the schedule. Saturday, it's depending on how it goes. There will be the closed beta announcement. So in the closed beta announcement, there will be a set of people which are not part of the team, which are allowed to test the game. They can play already. Of course, the scores which are submitted during those games, they don't count for the play to earn, because it's not open. And the open beta, then, when everyone can play, is on 7th. Ideally it's on 7th. This is the plan. And from there on, you can then play the game and use your gemstones in order to play the game, basically. So I hope you like this video, and it shows some development updates, and I hope you really like this game, because it's one of the I really love developing it, because it's actually the first game working as game developer where I can really put in my whole creativity, because usually when I worked in game development, I was quite restricted by people which had no idea about game development, but their desire was to implement, to get things into the game, to push it into a direction which makes absolutely no sense. And this is what I really love at HODL, that I can express my full creativity with this game, which is not usual in other companies. So I hope you like this video, and then see you for the next update. Bye!